Budget day yesterday. Oh, yes. Huge ball-busting deficit, as we all expected. $78.3 billion estimated deficit. It will be much more. It'll be billions more than that. But, the trickery is always there. Somehow there's leaks about 80 million, 90 million. They make sure that's all out there. The government makes sure that's all out there. So when it comes to 78.3, it's not as bad as 90, right? But it's crazy bad still. It's terrible. It's absolutely nuts. Look, these deficits are nuts. It's crazy. But it's over now. They're going to do it. So let's think about what it is they're doing. They're talking about, let's talk about the good things first. There's some kind of commitment to cutting jobs in the civil service. Thank you. There are 53,000 people working at CRA, and when the taxpayer calls, they give a wrong answer 83% of the time. We could probably just be better off with less. Just less. Apparently, ministries have been asked to cut 15% off each individual ministry budget. This was very similar to what happened with Paul Martin in the 1990s. It was just the approach you have to cut everywhere and mainly cut people. They haven't talked about discontinuing a single program. They're always very silent on those things. Like, programs just sort of disappear quietly, and then people notice later. They never announce particularly any spending program that's going to cut. But they didn't announce any cuts either. They didn't, nor should we expect them to. They didn't announce any cuts in program spending. Now, their great idea, and we'll give them some other positives, okay? If they do actually cut the civil service, thank you very much. They have talked about tax incentives for innovation and research. We'll get back to that in a minute. In theory, good. We've got to see. I got my doubts, though. I really got my doubts. And, in general, an approach of building infrastructure. Yes, we do need infrastructure in this country. Of course we do. There's going to be a big investment in infrastructure. And, that's everything from roads to hospitals, although weirdly, those things are generally all provincial jurisdictions. So it's always weird when the feds get involved in talking about things the province does. And now the other stuff. Okay, so the other stuff is huge, and I mean huge, billions upon billions upon billions of defense spending. Now, I believe in equipping our military. It makes no sense that, none of our stuff works. I think we have 4 subs, 3 of them don't work. One of them just got back after it spent 14 years being repaired. Just a litany of garbage, okay? Hardly anything works in our military. It's really shameful the way they've treated our soldiers and our Navy and our Air Force. It's shameful, okay? So yes, we've got to just bring them up to just normal capability. But the madness, the total fuckery of building submarines or buying submarines. We see Carney popping in and out of submarines every place he goes. Submarines are today a technology that's not going to work in future. We will never have any nukes on submarines. We'll never even have nuclear submarines. There will never be. The Soviet Union has developed a huge sub with a 65-foot-long atomic torpedo that can create radioactive tsunamis, okay? And is so stealthy, no one can ever find it anywhere, ever. What are we doing here building regular noisy submarines? What buying are them, building them? Billions and billions and billions of dollars, okay? Let's invest in stuff we can actually use, like icebreakers, and even though they cost like $3 billion a copy, which makes no sense. But yeah, it'll be some of the dumbest defense. They're talking about buying jets from Europe, okay, made in Europe. They might make some here. The American F-35 is the best jet in the world right now, and we were supposed to buy them, and we bought some, but we're not going to buy the rest. I mean, this is literally military procurement operated by morons, okay, at massive spends, absolutely massive spends, okay? Look, if somebody came out and actually said something smart, like we're going to become the most advanced drone manufacturers in the world, we'll be the most advanced military drone manufacturers in the world, I will listen to that. Tell us something that makes sense, please. But no, because we're old dummies in government, old farts, old jerk-offs. No, it's just always, we're just going to keep making the same stuff, buying the same stuff, hoping for the best, spend, and it won't work out. Simple as that. Now, something that was very interesting was talk about massive and really big tax credits for innovation and productivity, like a super productivity tax credit. Who the hell knows what that's ever going to turn out to be? But, it's for R&D, research and development, innovation, and AI. Yeah, AI. So I got news for the government. I'm a business person. I've been around all these research grants, tax credits, all this stuff that is mysterious to the general public because it's only for business, right? And I'm here to tell you, it's all bullshit. I've known companies in the mortgage business getting millions and millions of dollars in tax credits and grants to build their own mortgage application software. They will never sell it to anyone in the world. No, it has no use outside that company. It's basically just a donation to that company to build some software for applications, which, by the way, you can buy great application software anywhere. This is just money poured down a rat hole, okay? And listen, anybody who thinks Canada is going to lead the world in AI research, AI development, AI anything, has a screw loose. Look, I fully believe we have talented, brilliant people in Canada. But China and the United States are maybe 10 fucking years ahead of us? Yeah, that's the truth. Oh no, Ron, we were the birthplace of AI. Well, it might have been born here, but they fucking got the baby out of the country 10 minutes later. Like, come off it. Everybody's got to use their head. Like, so far ahead. China and the US are so far ahead on AI. Like, what are we thinking here? It's just a bunch of bullshit. So, and infrastructure. Yeah, okay. More money for housing. More and more billions and billions and billions of dollars more going into Build Canada homes. Carneyville modular yurts, okay? It's just social housing. It's just housing for people who can't pay rent. Okay, it's just, that's all it is, or need subsidized rent, or rentals. Like, there's not a dime in all of Build Canada homes that's ever going to build a home for a Canadian to buy. It's never going to happen. So yeah, let's have a huge deficit. That's money stolen from ourselves, for future taxpayers, for our kids, for our grandkids. That's all money borrowed. Good luck. Hope you cut the civil service a lot, but if the deficits just keep growing, well, we're fucked.